feel like we're going to need whatever it is they use to get rid of vampires and also werewolves.
Garlic.
And silver bullets.
Silver bullets.
We're going to need Ann Archer.
Yes.
Some holy water.
Fatal Attraction. Yes,
good
some holy water.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
To get rid of
Steaks.
Yes. Yes, and we're going to need David Ciceline's legislation.
Yes. More
Right.
whereases.
Yep.
Right.
More
Because Mitch
whereases.
McConnell said Democrats will get rid of this bastard for us, remember?
Right.
Right.
But that was, of course, not enough Republicans would do the right thing to impeach him so he could not
Right.
run again. Okay, so everybody's freaking out about the Merrick Garland memo.
Calm down.
Were
Can you
you about to say garlic?
garlic
She was
memo?
about to say the garlic menu.
We should call it that because that's one of the things we need to get rid of
Yes.
Donald Trump. Garlic, holy water. Check.
Steaks. Wooden steaks.
Who's making the checklist before we go?
Just send him a bill. He won't pay it. He'll ditch. So
Yeah.
we'll get him out of here.
There you go. Okay, so Jody.
Yes.
Couldn't wait to talk to you because what are the chances I'm the one that's the anti-Baruch assault? That I'm the
Very
one
rare.
the calm down person, right?
People need to calm down.
Rachel calmed you down last night, didn't she?
Well, okay.
She round people up last
I'm
night.
with Lawrence
people
Tribe.
got
I'm with
riled.
Lawrence Tribe. He said to A.G. Garland, Mr. Trump is counting on your concerns about not appearing political when he makes clear the belief that you wouldn't dare approve his indictment once he announces you must prove him wrong. Make him a target now. No time to lose. I agree with that, but I get it. What do I always say? That we're trying to win the what's the Lady Bing Award in hockey, which is for sportsmanship or whatever, when Republicans are ripping our throats out and anything else illegal. Oh, this is why I'm wearing. We also need to get rid of the Electoral College.
Yeah.
There's a lot of yes
There's
ands,
that.
things we need
Yeah.
to do to democracy-proof our democracy.
Yes.
However, so this memo just says you need to run
Get-
it through the
yeah.
Attorney General himself up to the highest
Yeah.
level
Yeah.
if you're going to prosecute. I mean, I take Merrick Garland at his word that this will go. No one is above
To
the
the
law,
highest
and he
level.
will go to the highest level.
Yeah, it's just
I
got to
have
be in writing, and he's got to approve it. That doesn't
Right.
bother me.
And it has to
Right.
be done a little carefully. It
the
can't be
fact
done
that-
slapdash because
yeah.
then you screw up.
Right.
Exactly.
And I get it that this is people go. Are you kidding me? Barr ran the most corrupt Justice Department ever. Like, he didn't abide by these rules. He covered up for Trump. He, went easy on Trump's friends. He prosecuted Trump's enemies. I mean, on and on, right?
But I mean, the thing is that just because Barr also signed off on that, this has been
Right.
standing
Yeah.
for years
Right.
before Barr.
Well,
before,
these are the rules. I mean,
yeah,
don't you?
Dems the rules.
Didn't that James Comey headache in that one part
Yeah.
of your eye start to throb when
Yes.
you read one part of it?
'Cause
You're
he can STF.
Right. They never abide by these rules.
Right.
And as Nate Silver and others said, Jody, on top of all the Russian interference, this was the death blow.
Absolutely.
To
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton was this James Comey thing. How many days before the election? Oh my God, I can't. Have I mentioned?
You'll die mad.
Yes.
And you'll wear the T-shirt.
Yes, I will.
Hey.
Sorry, Rude Pundit. Rude Pundit said we should get over 2016. I will never. Sorry. I will die mad about Hillary in 2016 t-shirts, and I have Hillary was right about everything.
There are a million
Okay.
dead Americans because she wasn't elected.
Thank you, Jody. I've said that over and over. Anyway, so here's what everybody's a buzz about. We should go over the substance of it. See, I knew Jody would be calm. She's the Steffi whisperer.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Maybe we
Kirshner's
should.
fine.
If I'm not freaking out, is he? Because if I'm not freaking out, maybe we should.
No, Glenn Kirshner says don't worry about it.
Yep.
Really?
Midas Touch is saying
schmo.
don't worry about it.
Okay.
So-
Beautiful.
All the people I love. Okay. Just my Twitter binkies. Okay. Also, we have Barb McQuaid coming
I
up.
know.
Who everybody's talking about because she wrote a
amazing.
fantastic piece about how she is going to be listening very carefully for manslaughter charges in what we hear this Thursday. Because did you read her piece, Jody? She makes a very compelling case for why this is manslaughter.
It is.
That 5 people died at the Capitol and Donald Trump's culpability in it.
'cause
And
he
she
didn't
was-
act.
And she was saying that doesn't preclude all the other charges. It's
Yes, and.
thrill of my yes. Let's be some improv.
He was
prosecutors,
supposed to do
DOJ.
something and he refused.
Right. It has all the elements of manslaughter, is what she argues. So we're going to talk to her about that in just a few minutes. And your lover, Charlie Pierce.
Lover.
Okay, so here's what everybody's talking about. Rachel Maddow obtained a February 2020 memo authored by Bill Barr saying that anyone in the Justice Department who's investigating a political candidate has to run it by the Attorney General. I don't know why I did not freak out.
That
You would
doesn't-
think
that-
I would freak out a bit, but I'm like,
That makes
okay,
sense.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That doesn't, okay. The memo was renewed by Merrick Garland in May 2022. That's when people were like, because
Bill Barr's name is attached to it. That's
maybe
why.
I freaked out so much that I'm just back at, ground zero now.
Yeah, you did
There
a
you go.
360.
Right.
It's like you drove your car so fast that you reset the mileage back to
Yes.
zero.
There you go.
Yes.
It's like in Ferris Bueller's
like
Day
Dr.
Off.
Nicole does with my face every few years.
The only thing is,
My
it didn't.
mileage has been reset to zero.
It did not work in Ferris Bueller's
It
Day
didn't.
Off.
I'm not
'cause
saying
we
it worked
ran
for her
it backwards.
either.
Yeah.
It did not. That doesn't work.
No.
You know what my point is?
Boom, boom, boom.
Bump. Okay. Okay, so what it says is the DOJ has a strong interest in the prosecution of election-related crimes such as those involving federal, state campaign finance laws, federal patronage laws, corruption of the election process, gling. As department employees, however, we must be particularly sensitive to safeguarding the department's reputation for fairness, neutrality, and nonpartisanship. Simply put, partisan politics must play no role in the decisions of federal investigators or prosecutors regarding any investigations or criminal charges. Law enforcement officers and prosecutors may never select the timing of public statements, James Comey, attributed or not. This is so now a warning. I don't even know what this is really. Do you think James Comey's reading
Now
the
a
story?
warning?
Okay, some of the appearance of such a purpose is inconsistent with the department's mission with the principles of federal prosecution. So first of all, some points, Jody. The 2022 midterms are not elections for presidents, and Trump has not declared he's running. Even if he had announced, or if he announces ahead of the 2022, the memo essentially says any investigator looking into Trump has to run it by Garland.
Yeah,
Period.
that's it.
Okay, so there's the line. I just that they knew my head. This memo though would have prevented FBI Director James Comey from announcing the investigation into Hillary. That would definitely be now a warning, and now we can't roll the mileage back. And as Jody said, those million people are still just as dead that wouldn't have been dead if Hillary. Andrew Weissman, former DOJ prosecutor, said under a normal and reputable attorney general, something like this would make sense. He said, on the other hand, the Bill Barr Justice Department was anything but a Justice Department. The rule of law was so flouted that the idea of re-upping something he put in place that I'm not sure if I were at the department I would look at with anything other than saying I'm not bringing a case against anyone in the White House until such time as I personally approve it, no matter how much evidence seems to be accumulated in the J6 committee. So, I think it's a plus minus. It probably could have been phrased a lot better and clearer to people at the Justice Department. Weissman went on to quote the Wall Street Journal report that the DOJ was getting more funding, and they're adding more not
prosecutors.
investigators, prosecutors,
Right.
right? He said, is it expanded to include all of the evidence of criminality that was laid out by the J6 committee? In other words, not just who attacked the Capitol on J6, but and not just fake electors, but what's going on at the Justice Department in terms of beheading Jeffrey Rosenstein to get a lackey, what's going on in other states, the pressuring of the Vice President of the United States. All of it seems to me to be appropriate for a criminal investigation. Can I just say cha? No, just cha. Like as in yes.
Yeah.
You people. I don't know what to say.
We enable you.
Enable this silliness.
We're just funning ya.
All right, so we'll see how Barb McQuade feels about that. But
Yeah.
her whole thing about manslaughter, I was like, yes. And Steve Bannon's trial is going to start, isn't it? And then be over almost immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be over by
Right.
tomorrow morning at the latest.
Didn't his guest host... See,
Yeah.
he's not as careful about his guest hosts. See, Jody is better than I am and makes people not miss me. Steve Bannon's got a guest host that said, yeah, he's guilty of sin. This will be over in like a minute. I don't even know if it'll last the 25 minutes of my podcast.
The voir
we
dire
got him.
lasted longer.
Oh, who is it? What's his
Number
name?
15.
Oh, 15, please. Thanks so much.
Okay, here we
Here
go.
is Steve Bannon's guest host on his little podcast.
On Steve Bannon's show.
Yes.
I'm going to be doing exclusive analysis for the Post-Millennial. At the end of the day, 20 to 25-minute recap analysis of what's going on with the Bannon trial. I mean, the question is whether or not it's going to be able to fill 25 minutes, because what's going to go on with the Bannon trial? Jury selection, federal court, it goes exceedingly quickly. Lord knows what due diligence anyone's going to be able to do of meaningful due diligence of the jury, which wouldn't change much because it's going to be 95 plus, if not 100% Democrat, anti-Trump, and anti-Steve Bannon, to be expected. And then what's left
And also
of
he's
Bannon's
guilty?
defenses? What's left to prove from the
you.
prosecution? Did you receive the subpoena? Did you respect the subpoena?
No.
Yes and no. case closed.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So in that case, doesn't matter.
Right.
But I know I'm trying
Jury
to
selection took longer than the trial.
right.
will
He's
take.
trying to malign the jury, but it's like it doesn't matter. He is so clear-cuttedly guilty.
Yeah.
Right. That okay. So the jury. So that was jury selection should be complete by
It's done
today. Oh, it is done.
It's done.
by
It was
today.
done
Yeah.
yesterday.
They got
Yeah.
22 people
Yeah.
seated
So opening statements
today. And now, probably right about
Right.
now.
Steve Bannon might already be in jail. I
Yeah,
hope
he could be in jail by
did
the
he
end of
pack
the show.
Did he pack enough shirts? I hope so.
He could
How
be in
many
jail
shirts?
by lunch.
Oh my God, isn't he like the guys packing the caftans in Best in Show? Okay, so you might be in jail for only a day. How many shirts did you pack?
He's those guys who doesn't want to have a carry-on.
47?
We just wore like 4 shirts to court today.
Well,
I,
There you go.
I think he's going to be in for a rude awakening when he's not allowed to wear his own shirts in jail.
Do you think they'll give him 2 orange jumpsuits to wear, one over the other?
Some thermal under.
So we're in Cleveland for 47 hours. How many caftans do we pack?
It was Philadelphia in
I
Best in Show.
Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. I fell off an escalator. Okay. Jennifer Coolidge.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They
Okay.
could talk or not talk.
Talk
For hours.
All the-
Hours.
Still find things to not
talk
talk
about.
Make me want a hot dog real bad. I love that.
All right.
I love
Okay,
that movie.
then. I love 2 of the jurors interviewed. One said, I have formed an opinion about the case. The opinion is that Bannon is guilty.
Bye.
Now that's how you get out of jury
It
duty.
is.
Yeah.
It is.
Another one just said, I am not a fan of Steve Bannon. So he was also just
Honestly, who is?
But a lot of them had never even heard of him or knew very little about him, so they seated people rather quickly.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people said they were aware of
course.
J6, which is, I think, much to the chagrin of
But wasn't he
Republicans.
only mentioned like 30 seconds in the entire 14 hours of the J6 committee?
Yeah.
Like 30 seconds of Steve Bannon, not
Right.
going to affect
Yeah.
the jury.
Right. Here's the other thing we have to talk to Bar McQuaid about. According to a Secret Service agent who was on CNN over the weekend, the use of text to communicate as opposed to the radio that all agents hear is in itself very suspicious.
It's rare from what
That
I've
you
heard,
obviously
yeah.
wanted to be outside regular radio traffic. So, I think we're going to get them right today, Jody.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's what we're hearing.
Oh, really? You can't just magically erase evidence?
No.